I don't think everyone has to take a tolerance break, but if you feel your consumption's too high or if you're noticing that cannabis is ruling your life or affecting you in a certain way, Yo, welcome back to Urban Street 420. I'm your host, 40. Today we're going to talk about my tolerance break. It's day 4, by the way. We're going to talk about hitting 25,000 subs, baby. We're going to talk about YouTube throttling Urban Street 420 content. And we're going to talk about fitness and weight loss. Let's do it in reverse, only because the tolerance break probably has the most stuff to talk about, right? So for fitness and weight loss, I started working out 3 months ago, well, as of tomorrow. And the first 2 months, and the whole reason I started working out is walking up my stairs to get to my flat, I was out of breath. And I'm like, this can't be. I love to go spearfishing. I love to play sports. I'm very competitive, and I don't want to just give up those things. So I was like, I better start working out. In the beginning, I did something called T25, which is a Beachbody workout. If you don't know what Beachbody workouts are, go to beachbody.com. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't get anything for saying that. I'm just saying I use them, so check them out if you're curious. They have home workouts like aerobic stuff, weight stuff, something for everybody. Anyways, the reason I picked T25 is it's definitely one of the easier cardio programs that they have. And I wanted to build a foundation so I don't injure myself or whatever, which is funny because I did hurt my knee recently, but I think I hurt it from spearfishing, not from working out, although it's getting better. I haven't stopped working out though. So for the last month, I switched to doing a hybrid calendar of Body Beast as well as Insanity Max 30. Body Beast is for weights, Insanity Max 30 for cardio, and I alternate doing 6 days a week. Weights, cardio, weights, cardio, weights, cardio. I also do exercise bike daily, and yeah, I've lost about 13 pounds or a little over 6 kilos. I'm feeling better, and I'm pushing forward because it's not about even losing the weight. I just want to be better at sports, and I want to not be fused to my chair because I sit in my chair a lot, right? Editing and working on stuff and whatever. So let's transition into YouTube throttling Urban Street 420 content. My views pretty much stay the same monthly for a little while now, even though I've introduced hundreds of new videos. It's crazy. My well-performing videos start dropping in numbers just to accommodate the fact that I've introduced new videos, keeping things relatively the same as far as monthly views are concerned. YouTube hates 420 content. The only way to sidestep this is with your guys' help, right? When you share the videos, when you comment on the videos, you make it undeniable to YouTube saying, hey, don't hide this stuff. This stuff is important, right? So if any of the videos help you, please share them. Please comment on them. Even if it's just to give a thumbs up or something, because what you're telling YouTube is that you care about 420 content. And the more of you who care about 420 content, the more undeniable it is for them to show it to more people, right? This transitions into the next topic, 25,000 subs. This would not have been possible without you guys. I appreciate you guys who comment, who share, who like the videos. Without you, this would have been impossible. I wasn't even sure it was going to happen because the reality is, like I said, YouTube hates 420 content. So I appreciate you. As the channel grows, I hope one day I could have an assistant because I could do so much more. Imagine right now, one of the reasons I don't have people on the channel to do interviews or talk about stuff that often is because it takes so much work wrangling people, right? Figuring out times they're free or when we can do this or that, or it's so much work. And so that is very unmotivational because I already spent so much time on the channel and I have other work to do too, right? But I would really like to get to that point where we could interview more people, show you more cool stuff. I have friends all over the industry. I need help. I need more time. And the only way that's going to happen is as the channel grows. So I really appreciate you guys. I'm ridiculously humble. I wasn't sure this was going to happen, and I can't wait for what the future brings. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you guys for commenting. It's because of you guys you keep me motivated, coming up with new content ideas, coming up with new videos. I love you guys, so really thank you. This transitions into the tolerance break. Let's start off with why did I decide to do a tolerance break? I noticed my short-term memory is getting worse, right? My focus when I'm stoned is good. It's usually singular. In fact, one of the reasons I like to get stoned is my brain is usually thinking about a million things, right? And when I get stoned, it calms down. It can focus, right? It gets focused on one thing or two things or something like that. And when I'm sober, like right now, I'm thinking about 100 million things. I'm not even high, and I've done 6 takes of this video. And that's because my brain is going like this, and I think that focus will improve as the tolerance break is longer, right? At least that's what I think. Plus, my consumption levels are through the roof. Weed, hash, edibles. I have it all the time, and it's always around me, and it's challenging just not to partake, right? So that brings me to explain what the last 4 days have been like, right? Day 1, a nightmare. All I could think about, and I have to say this, I don't show my whole place in the videos. Maybe one day I should. Mostly it's because I'm embarrassed because I need to clean, but I have bongs, rigs, e-rigs, vapes, pipes all over my house. I have over 100 or 200, I don't know, there's so many. Plus I have weed, hash, edibles, tincture, you name it. The temptation is everywhere. I'm saying that because some of you maybe who are considering a tolerance break are in the same situation. You are surrounded. Maybe you're a grower. Maybe you're a hash maker. Maybe you're an edible maker. Whatever the case may be, you might be surrounded by temptation. You have to decide that what I'm doing this for. I'm remembering every day. I'm doing this because I want to drop my consumption, and because I want my short-term memory to improve, and because I want to have a little bit better focus. So if I could achieve those 3 things, then I've done what I want. So the first day, all I could think about is cannabis. Like before my workout, usually I blaze. Before lunch, I blaze. Before I go to the grocery store, I blaze. And you had to say, hey, stop, don't. And I realized oh damn, cannabis pretty much can rule some of my choices sometimes, right? And I want to be in control of myself, right? That kind of transitions, do I think that everyone should take a tolerance break? I think it depends on your consumption levels. If you have a high level of consumption, you should consider it. No matter if it's edibles, no matter if it's smoking, no matter if it's vaping, if you consume a lot, consider a tolerance break. Just for a couple of weeks, right? Number 1, it will drop your consumption, it should increase focus, and it gives your body a chance to reset. Too much of anything is not good. If you eat too much food, you'll get fat, you could die, whatever. If you eat too little food, you become anorexic, you could die. Too much of anything is not good, and I felt like I've just been going crazy. Plus, I watch other YouTubers in the cannabis scene, and other YouTubers who have high levels of consumption. Some of these guys seem like they're going nuts. And then I'm like, shit, I already kind of feel like I'm nuts sometimes anyway. So then I'm like, I don't want that to happen. So this is just me trying to keep myself in check. It has not been easy, right? Which only further solidifies my view that I needed this, right? If this tolerance break was a walk in the park, then I don't think I needed it, right? But it hasn't been. So day 1, I thought about cannabis all day. My workout took 3 times as long as it normally takes. It was a weights workout, which you would think it would have been faster, easier, whatever. At that point, I hadn't missed any sleep, so that part was fine. That night, I went to sleep, or at least attempted to go to sleep. I couldn't fall asleep. It was 3 in the morning. I went late in my bed. By 5 in the morning, I was up. My eyes were closed, but I swear I didn't sleep, huh? So on Tuesday, I was an absolute zombie, right? I still worked out. I did my cardio workout. I did the exercise bike. I did some work. But it's very important, by the way, if you think about something all the time and you're trying not to do it, that you keep yourself busy. Luckily, that is not a problem for me. I always have so much shit to do. So luckily, that made it a little bit easier, right? And day 2, my temptation seemed like it dropped. However, at this point, I started to feel like I had a fog. I think the fog is 2 things. Number 1, the majority is lack of sleep, right? Then the secondary function, I think, is your body's chemistry trying to adjust to the change, right? Just like, for example, when you start working out hard, your food intake is going to jump dramatically because your body's going to say, I need more food, because your muscles are breaking down and rebuilding and that kind of stuff, right? So I feel like my body's chemistry is changing. My focus, I have not seen a great benefit yet, but anyways, it's only day 4, and we're early in day 4, by the way. Night number 2, when I went to sleep, I was in bed for longer, but I couldn't have got more than 5 hours of sleep. And when I say 5 hours of sleep, it doesn't feel like any sleep. It feels like your eyes are closed, you wake up, and you didn't sleep. I was the Walking Dead in Wednesday, but without missing flesh and stuff like that, right? Just, I still worked out. I did my weights workout, and on Wednesdays, I do back and biceps. At the end of the workout, I felt like I got hit by a car. So I laid on the couch. I thought I was falling asleep, but again, my eyes closed. I look at the clock. It's been 30 minutes, and it felt like, I don't know, right? The fog was heavy yesterday. It's better today, but let me tell you what I did to adjust, right? I usually don't turn my AC on only because it's so expensive and I'm broke. So I don't turn the AC on usually. But last night I turned it on and I slept in an icebox. So because of that, I think I did sleep last night. But I didn't get more than 5-6 hours of sleep, but at least I felt a little more rested. So that's good. I still feel a little bit like a zombie, but nothing compared to yesterday. And I do think that for sure affects you, right? Because I'll tell you, I could easily break down at any minute, grab some herb, get blasted, and then I would sleep no problem. But I have to remind myself why I'm doing this, right? Anyways, so I think that's important. I don't think everyone has to take a tolerance break, but if you feel your consumption's too high or if you're noticing that cannabis is ruling your life or affecting you in a certain way, then you should consider it, right? What's the harm taking a couple of weeks off? Yeah, it might suck, but anyways, it's not that I love working out, but I love what it allows me to do, right? So what else? What's on the agenda for today? I do have a cardio workout today that I haven't done yet. Usually I work out before I do a video, by the way. But I thought, let's get this in because it's hot as hell outside. So the hotter it's getting throughout the day, I just want to get this video done. Anyways, guys, gals, everybody, if you have any questions about tolerance breaks, go ahead and put them down in the description or in the comments. Oh, come on, focus, work. Have you done a tolerance break yourself? What was the reason you started the tolerance break? What are some of the things that you noticed that were affected either positively or negatively throughout that time? The reason I'm asking you to put it down in the comments is because other people will read it too. Other people are curious about taking a tolerance break. And so it's not just my experience or my feelings about it. Let's start a conversation. Put down in the comments, have you ever taken a tolerance break? If so, for how long? How did you feel after it? Etc. Or put that you'll never take a tolerance. Whatever you want to say, put it in the comments, baby. And share the video, baby. So extra, right? Not even stoned. Anyways. Guys, gals, everybody, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. You know the deal, baby. Woo! Till next time, I'm out.